If you're planning to move to the United States and you're wondering if you should go through an agency or if you should go through direct hire, this video is for you. Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Linda Eze. I'm a registered nurse and I currently live and work in the United States. I moved from the UK to the US with an agency, but in this video I'm going to be talking about the experiences that I've had as an agency nurse, as you may say, and then the experiences of those that work with direct hire. Number one is money, and of course as you must have guessed, working directly with a hospital will make you to earn more. In terms of the pay, most times, or let's say for the most part, working directly with a hospital will pay you more, but you have to be very careful about the offer that they give you as well, because at the same time, with all the other benefits that maybe you may be losing while you are working alone, as you did not travel with an agency, and then they are paying you the same thing. So you should know what so many agencies are paying. Ask questions so that when they give you certain offers directly in a hospital, you'll be able to negotiate properly. So for agency nurses as well, some people get good offers, but for the most part they pay a lot lower, because how it works is that these agencies will strike a contract or will sign a contract with a particular hospital. They will hire you and then, you know, put all the bills and everything, and then offer you a salary that is sometimes is even if sometimes when we hear how much health hospitals pay the agencies that we work with, we are really like, we'll be surprised, because they pay a lot lower than what the hospitals actually offer them, which is understandable because it's a business that they are doing and they have helped you throughout the process and all of that. So their goal is also to make money. So for the money, of course, the direct hire pays a lot more for the most part. Okay, I say for the most part because people say they earn more, but sometimes when they now mention their salary, sometimes it's almost the same with some people that work with agencies. The second one is benefits. So when you're working directly with a hospital, they see you as part of their own. They train you, they offer you all the incentives, they offer you if they have incentive for going to school, or they have you know, their leave and everything are the same. The workers, they see you as part of them, and you have all the benefits to yourself. And when you eventually want to leave, you will leave with your full self. Assuming you don't like that place, you can work towards leaving. Or sometimes they also sign a contract with you, but I know that it is much more friendly if you find that environment is not for you. If you need to move for any reason, if you want to work for a particular time and then leave, then it's going to be up to you. So if they have benefits, like if they have school incentives or scholarship or whatever that they offer their workers, they are going to offer the same thing to you. On the other hand, if you're working with agencies, what we have found is that they offer their own benefits because you are not working directly with that hospital. So sometimes the staff there will be earning certain amount and you'll be earning something different. They'll be getting this benefit and you will be getting another benefit. The third one is location. So if you're working with an agency, sometimes you don't have control over where you want to go. Assuming you want to go to Texas, for instance, California, some agencies don't have any contracts in California, New York, so many of these states that you may want to go to. So for some reason, you will even be forced to go to wherever they post you. It's usually part of the contract. They will send you where they have clients, of course. So you don't have any control over the location where you'll be going to. And again, if you're working directly with a hospital, or if you're working for direct hire companies, or you may be able to say, okay, I'm looking for a job in California, I'm looking for a job in New York, I'm looking for a job in Texas, and you're focusing on that particular one. If you have family or friends that live in the United States, you can decide to look for a job where they are, you know, and then when you get there, you already have family, instead of depending on an agency to send you to any location at all. You're able to choose. Okay, so that's another big difference. The location, you're able to choose to a reasonable extent if you find a job where you want to go, but for agencies, they will send you to where they have clients. And also the location, sometimes if you're working with agents, they will send you to rural areas. Sometimes if you're not the kind of person that wants to live in a countryside, for the most part, many people find themselves in the countryside instead of the city. So if you are a city person, you may not be able to do that when you're working with an agency, but then still sit back because you will still hear where the agencies will win. The next one is the contract. So usually if you're working with an agency, some of them come with very, very strict contract that if you are very uncomfortable where you're working, you will be scared to go. Some people, they find themselves in a very, very bad work group or something like that, or wherever, maybe the unit you find yourself, you don't like it. It's usually hard to change. The agencies will be telling you to wait, or maybe you signed a contract to work in medicine, so you have to work there. Sometimes they will send you to a unit that they feel they have, maybe you've been working in ICU, they will say they don't have positions in ICU, or they want to send you to ICU, but the client will say no, you should go to med-surg, and it will be as if you don't have any option. So for some reason you may not have the option, and that kind of contract that says you will go to where they sent you or the unit. So changing units, no matter how hard that unit is for you, no matter how you don't like the work environment and all of that, some people have to sweat it out for the next 2.5 3 years when they are working with an agency. But if you're working directly with a hospital, if you're interested in another area, and go there and talk to the manager, or you're interested in this area, you want to work there, you go for training and all of that, you may be able to change units, you may be able to go to PCU, ICU, change without any problem, because you're part of them. Okay, they want to make you happy, they want to retain you, so it is easier to switch. I will not say, some agencies might be able to switch you to an area that you really like, but it's harder. For most part, they will start giving excuses. They will tell you that this is what the contract that you signed, and you know what, they paid for so many things, so you are just going to abide by that contract, because if you sign out of that contract, then you know what is coming. Okay, but if you're working directly with a company, that is flexible. If you find yourself in an area you don't like and you're interested in that area, it is easier to switch. The next one is one of my favorite ones, the career growth. Sometimes when you work with agencies, some of the hospitals that you find yourself might not be able to help you to grow from, let's say, what you're working to another, maybe become charge nurse, or if a certain position come out, let's say even to become manager in that particular place, you may not be able to apply for that because you are not part of them yet, you're still with an agent. So you have to wait till your contract finish, become part of them, and then you can apply for certain position, you understand? So the thing is that, but if you're working directly with a hospital, I feel like the career growth will be much more faster. You can apply for different positions just like other people. I know that I continue to mention, sometimes it depends on the hospital where the agency sends. Sometimes if you go to a nice hospital that they see you as part of their own, and they are trying to encourage you to stay with them when you finish, they might be able to allow you to move from things to things and even help you and all of that. But for the most part, most of the contracts that people sign, they sign that they will stay where their expertise, maybe it's message you sign with them or whatever, you stay there. So even when you are seeing other opportunities and all of that, you don't even want to apply for them. You're just waiting for your contract to end. Then, as you must have guessed, it's as if I have been told all the ones that I've been mentioning are all wins for those that are working with direct hire companies. But for these other ones that I'm going to share today, that's where the agencies win. So if you are worried about where you're going, you don't know how you are going to settle down in some direct hire companies, they have done a good job in helping their people to settle in that new environment and all of that. But with so many agencies, they already have that in place to make sure you settle, get your driver's license, house, and all of that. So for a particularly some people that are really, really scared of moving to another country without much support, agency might be a very, very good option. For me, when I was moved from the UK to the US, the reason why I chose an agency then was I wasn't even all the direct hire that was coming my way, I didn't really trust them. Like, I've not really seen any tangible person, even someone I know that went directly. When I asked about how to get a job directly, he kept saying things that were so abstract. So for some reason, the agencies, they already have clients everywhere. They already have patterns that they need to follow. So using an agency seemed to be easier. I know that a lot of direct hire companies are coming out these days and they are making it a lot easier for people to travel that way, but in my own time it wasn't. But I would say that in terms of support, I feel like agencies will have that much more support because they have experience, they have that program already. And if you are finding it difficult to find a job on your own, they'll be able to find a job for you. So for direct hire, you may not be able to find a job faster, but with an agency, it is a lot easier and a lot faster to find a job, and they will also, you know, help you to settle. Unlike if you're working directly with that hospital, they might not really know what you are going through or what you're passing through, especially if you get the job directly in a hospital without maybe a direct hire agencies, because some of them they give the support, okay. But if you get if you get a job directly with the hospital, it might take you a little bit of time to understand what is going on, okay. So in this one, I would say that the agencies, in terms of support and everything, might be a very good option for so many people that don't have that experience of living outside of their home. The win for the agencies is that if you're someone that procrastinates about traveling abroad, study for your NCLEX and all of that, agencies will keep you on your toes. I mean, they will help you to prepare for the NCLEX, fly you to countries to write exam. If you don't have the money to travel to countries to write exam, these agencies will find a place for you to write exam. You write the exam, they will pay for all the things. So if you procrastinate a lot, because they already have that program, they will force you to like pass to register for NCLEX when they feel you're ready and all of that, which is really a good plus. So if you are someone that you are not motivated, you cannot plan for yourself, you cannot follow through in what you have done, then agencies will push you to do that. So it's a good option. For direct hire, I would say you are the one that will do everything by yourself. You do the registration. If you don't have a good guidance, if you don't have someone that has done it, that you can ask questions, not just ask questions, but someone that is ready to answer your questions and all of that, then using an agency that at least someone to write emails to and all of that, then an agency will be a very good option for you. Other place I would say that agencies are very good is in making sure that you settle so well. So if you are someone that don't have a good support system, agencies will be able to take you by their hand and help you out. Even though some people still do not have good experiences with their agencies, but for direct hire, I wonder who you will lean to if you don't know anyone. And the good thing about with agencies is that while you are there, they usually go in groups, so you meet other nurses from different parts of the world coming at the same time like you. So you already have that cohort, that group of people that you can, even when your agencies they are not responding to you, you already have friends that you can reach out to. Are they studying? What are they doing? So in the beginning, immediately you have already seen people that are like you, that are new to the United States, that you can ask questions, that can be your friends and all of that. So that group and that support from your fellow nurses when you move in is another one that I would say is a good plus if you're working with agencies. So in all of this, I would say working with agencies and working with direct hire, which one will you choose? If I know what I know now, I would say that working with direct hire would have been better for me. But if you also look at all the pros of working with an agency, they also sound good. All I can say is that direct hire is not really for everyone. Direct hire is good for people that already have the funds. You're already in a good place. Like, let's say you're already in a country where there is an NCLEX center, or you have a very good support system, that people you can ask questions all the time and all of that, so that the whole process will not be overwhelming and you will not give up at some point. Those are the people that I would say direct hire is definitely good. If you can do all of this on your own, direct hire is a good way. On the other hand, for the agencies, they also have their own benefits. So for the agencies, if you need a lot of support study for for NCLEX, if you need motivation to stay on track, if you don't want to like procrastinate the whole process, if you need guidance in terms of finances, then agency is a good option. So if you are one of those people that are sending me DMs asking me for which one is better, so watch this video again and again and decide on your own which one actually suits you at this point, and if you know that you know someone that can support you throughout the process and everything, I would say that you can actually pick a good agency. Just make sure you read the contract very well, negotiate, do not allow them to take advantage of you. I'll make another video to actually explain how you to pick the best agency if you decide to go that route. If you want me to make that video, let me know in the comment section, because I know a lot of us cry when we use agencies. Some of us cry because of the kind of agencies we found ourselves in. So some of those things that people experience when they move with agencies, I'm going to make another video explaining how you can pick the best agencies and the agencies that people are having successes with, how to make sure that they are not taking advantage of you, because the kind of thing that they are telling people to do, like you want to work in accidents and emergency, they will tell you, oh, it's different in the US. And you see people that have been accidents and emergency nurses all their life, they will make them to go and work in med-surg, and then when they work there, they are not happy, you know. So I will make a video explain to you things that you can do so that even when you're working with agencies, you will be happy. At least you have a little bit of control over your future, a little bit, so they will not be the one telling you everything. Some of the experiences that some of us had, like even when we have challenges, we will ask them and then they will not respond. But when they need something that they need you to do, they will be bombarding you with email how to deal with all of that. So thank you so much for watching. If you have watched up to this point, I hope you found this useful. Let me know what you think in the comment section. What do you think about agencies and direct hire? Which one are you going for? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.